Have you noticed it lately? Simple things like standing up from a chair, getting groceries from the kitchen shelf, or even just going for a walk, now feel a bit more demanding than they used to. If that's happening to you, you're not alone. And this video was made especially for you, because the truth is, aging doesn't just creep in, it hits us where it hurts most, our independence. And the scary part? According to the CDC, nearly 40% of Americans over 65 have difficulty with at least one basic function of daily living, like bathing, dressing, or even feeding themselves. That's almost half of our entire senior population. Imagine that for a moment, you or someone you love losing the ability to take care of themselves, and no one saw it coming until it was too late. But here's the twist. What if I told you that the path to staying independent isn't locked behind expensive treatments or magical pills? What if science already gave us a roadmap, real proven methods backed by research that can keep you strong, sharp, and free to live life your way for many more years to come? In this video, we're going to walk through those solutions, not with empty promises, but with practical, medically sound tips you can use starting today. Because if you don't understand and implement these steps correctly, you may end up accelerating the very decline you're trying to avoid. So stick with me and don't just watch, absorb this and take action. Let's begin with something deeply personal and relatable. Meet Martha, a vibrant 72-year-old from Tallahassee, Florida. Just a few years ago, Martha felt her energy dropping. She'd skipped morning walks, stopped gardening, and even found herself depending more and more on her adult son. But then she decided to make a change. Today, she still lives alone, cooks her meals, and even volunteers at a community center 3 days a week. What did she change? She started strength training, using light weights and resistance bands at home 3 times a week. According to a major study from Harvard Medical School, seniors who engage in just 30 minutes of resistance training twice a week reduce their risk of disability by up to 40%. That's not a guess, that's proven science. Do you do any strength exercises at all? If yes, what kind? If not, what's stopping you? Now let's talk about something we tend to take for granted: balance. Balance is not just about walking straight or standing on one foot. It's a key predictor of future independence. A 2022 study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that people over 60 who couldn't stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds had nearly double the risk of dying in the next decade. Shocking, isn't it? But here's the good news. Balance can be trained. Tai Chi, yoga, or even standing on one foot while brushing your teeth can make a difference. Try it next time you're near a counter for support. Have you ever had a fall or a close call? How did it affect your confidence afterward? Now, before we continue, if you're already finding value in this information, please do something kind, not just for this channel, but for everyone watching. Like this video so it reaches more seniors like you. Leave a comment with your personal tips or stories. Someone reading it might get inspired to make their own change. And if you know a friend or relative who's at risk of losing their independence, share this with them. Because this isn't just advice, it's potentially life-changing. Let's move forward. Another underestimated factor is hydration. Most people think dehydration just makes you thirsty or tired, but in seniors, it does much more. It affects memory, balance, and even blood pressure. According to the University of California, San Francisco, over 50% of older adults admitted to hospitals are dehydrated. And it's not because they forget to drink water. It's because the aging body becomes less sensitive to thirst signals. So, even if you don't feel thirsty, you might already be mildly dehydrated. Try drinking at least 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. Add slices of cucumber, lemon or berries if plain water bores you. What are your favorite ways to stay hydrated? Do you prefer soups, fruits, or teas? Let's also talk about a hidden danger that's sneaking into many senior homes: sedentary behavior. A University of Southern California study showed that adults over 65 spend an average of 9.4 hours sitting each day. That's more than half the day. The less we move, the quicker our muscles weaken. This isn't just about exercise. It's about movement. Standing up every hour, walking around the house, stretching during TV commercials. These micro-movements add up. Martha from earlier. She sets a timer to remind herself to stand up every hour. Do you sit for long periods too? What could help you move more during the day? Let's dive deeper into one of the most overlooked but powerful tools for staying independent: flexibility. As we age, our muscles and joints stiffen, making it harder to reach, bend, or twist. This limits everyday tasks like tying your shoes or reaching for that bowl on the top shelf. But here's the empowering truth. Gentle stretching, just 10 minutes a day, can reverse much of that stiffness. The Mayo Clinic recommends daily stretching to maintain mobility, reduce pain, and prevent injuries. You don't need to do splits or acrobatics. Simple shoulder rolls, neck stretches, and hamstring reaches while sitting on a chair can do wonders. What areas of your body feel the most stiff? Would a short morning stretch help start your day better? Now let's talk nutrition, but not in a complicated way. Eating for independence doesn't mean following strict diets or buying expensive supplements. It means choosing foods that support your muscles, brain, bones, and heart. Focus on protein, because without it, your body can't rebuild or maintain muscle. A study from Tufts University found that older adults who consumed adequate protein had 30% better physical function than those who didn't. Eggs, beans, fish, chicken, tofu, whatever you prefer, just make sure you're getting enough. Combine it with colorful vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats like olive oil. What's your favorite meal that keeps you feeling energized? We also need to shine a light on sleep, because it's not just about feeling rested. Poor sleep affects memory, balance, blood sugar, and mood. A report from the National Institute on Aging showed that insufficient sleep is linked to increased risk of falls and cognitive decline in seniors. If you're waking up multiple times a night, feeling groggy in the morning, or struggling to stay awake during the day, that's a sign your sleep might need some help. Try keeping a consistent bedtime, turning off screens an hour before bed, and using calming routines like herbal tea or soft music. Have your sleep habits changed recently? What helps you unwind before bed? Now here's something that might surprise you. Hearing loss can lead to loss of independence. Not being able to hear well makes people withdraw from social situations, miss important cues, or even fail to notice dangers, like a car honking or someone calling your name. The Johns Hopkins School of Public Health found that untreated hearing loss in older adults triples the risk of falls and significantly increases the risk of cognitive decline. If you've been turning up the volume on the TV or asking people to repeat themselves, don't ignore it. A hearing test could be one of the most life-changing decisions you make. When was your last hearing checkup? Another silent independence thief is chronic pain. Many older adults live with daily pain, from arthritis, past injuries, or even nerve conditions. But pain isn't just discomfort. It leads to less movement, poor sleep, and depression, which all create a downward spiral. You deserve to live without constant suffering. Pain management strategies like physical therapy, hot and cold packs, gentle exercise, anti-inflammatory foods, and in some cases medications can bring major relief. Even acupuncture and massage have helped many seniors. How do you currently deal with pain? Would you consider trying a new approach? Let's not forget the heart and lungs. Cardiovascular and respiratory health are crucial for maintaining energy and independence. When your heart is strong and your lungs are clear, you can walk farther, climb stairs, and even play with the grandkids without feeling exhausted. The American Heart Association recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate activity per week. That's just over 20 minutes a day. Brisk walking, dancing in your living room, or water aerobics all count. What activity makes your heart beat faster in a joyful way? Now, let's pause for a quick moment. If you've made it this far, that means you care deeply about your health and independence. And we want to build a community here, not just a channel. Please hit the like button if this video is helpful. Comment below with a habit you've started or want to start to stay independent. Your tip might change someone else's life. And don't forget to share this video with someone you care about. Together, we can uplift and support each other in this journey. Now, let's talk about the mind, because cognitive health plays a massive role in aging well. When memory starts to slip or decision-making becomes harder, even small tasks can feel overwhelming. The Alzheimer's Association reports that every 65 seconds, someone in the US develops Alzheimer's disease. That's terrifying. But here's the light in that darkness. Keeping your brain active can delay or reduce cognitive decline. Reading, puzzles, learning new skills, social interaction, these build new neural connections and strengthen your brain like a muscle. Some studies even show that learning a new language or musical instrument at 70 or 80 years old still boosts brain function. What's something new you've always wanted to learn? Let's keep going with one of the most underestimated aspects of aging well, social connection. Loneliness doesn't just feel bad, it can be deadly. According to the National Institute on Aging, social isolation increases the risk of premature death from all causes, rivaling risks like smoking, obesity, and physical inactivity. Seniors who are isolated are more likely to experience depression, anxiety, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. But the flip side is powerful. Regular interaction with friends, family, or a community group can literally extend your life. Whether it's a weekly phone call, joining a local walking club, volunteering, or just chatting with neighbors, human connection is medicine. Do you feel socially connected, or has that changed recently? What helps you feel close to others? Now, let's turn to vision health. As we age, changes in vision can be gradual, and we often ignore them until it's too late. But did you know that vision problems are directly linked to higher fall risk and reduced confidence in mobility? The American Optometric Association reports that nearly 1 in 3 seniors experiences some form of vision loss, often from treatable conditions like cataracts, glaucoma, or macular degeneration. Regular eye exams, proper lighting at home, contrast strips on steps, and using magnifiers or large print labels can all make a difference. When was your last eye checkup? Could better vision help you move more confidently around your home? Another powerful but often overlooked factor is purpose. Having a reason to get up in the morning, whether it's tending a garden, caring for a pet, mentoring someone younger, or working on a passion project, can have incredible health benefits. A study from the University of Michigan found that seniors with a strong sense of purpose had lower rates of heart disease, better sleep, and even reduced Alzheimer's risk. Purpose keeps the mind sharp and the spirit alive. It doesn't have to be grand. Even writing letters, sharing your story, or learning something new can give your days deeper meaning. What gives you purpose lately? Has it changed over the years? Let's also talk about the safety of your environment, because your home should protect you, not put you at risk. The CDC estimates that 3 million older adults are treated for fall injuries each year, many of which happen at home. Simple changes can drastically reduce your risk. Remove loose rugs, install grab bars in the bathroom, improve lighting, use non-slip mats, and keep frequently used items within reach. Martha, who we mentioned earlier, she replaced her low toilet seat with a raised one and added night lights in the hallway, and hasn't had a fall in over 3 years. What changes could make your home a safer place? Now let's pause here and check in. Are you seeing how all these pieces fit together? It's not one big thing. It's the sum of small, consistent actions that protect your independence. So if this video is speaking to you, help others find it too. Like the video to boost its reach. Comment with one small change you're planning to make and share this with someone who might need a little nudge. Every view, like, and comment helps another senior get access to the tools they need to stay independent. You're not just helping yourself, you're helping a community. Now back to your health. Let's look at medication management. Many seniors take multiple prescriptions, and while they're often necessary, drug interactions or side effects can quietly sabotage your independence. Dizziness, confusion, fatigue, these can all come from medications you've been taking. For years, the American Geriatric Society warns that over 40% of seniors experience adverse effects from medication, often due to over-medication or inappropriate combinations. That's why it's critical to review your medications at least once a year with your doctor or pharmacist. Bring everything you take, even over-the-counter items, to your next appointment. Have you done a medication check recently? Another crucial point is dental health. It might seem unrelated to independence, but poor oral health can cause pain, poor nutrition, infections, and even increase your risk of heart disease and dementia. The CDC reports that 96% of adults 65 and older have had a cavity, and 20% have untreated tooth decay. Routine brushing, flossing, and dental visits, even just once a year, can make a big difference. If you wear dentures, making sure they fit properly also impacts your ability to eat and speak comfortably. When was your last dental visit? Could better oral care make eating and smiling easier? Lastly, for today, let's revisit a theme that connects everything: your mindset. The way you think about aging affects how you age. A 23-year study, published in the journal Psychological Science, found that people with a positive outlook on aging lived an average of 7.5 years longer than those with a negative one. That's a bigger impact than cholesterol, blood pressure, or smoking. It's time to shift the narrative. You are not just getting old, you are becoming wiser, stronger, and more experienced. Choose to focus on what you can do, not just what you've lost. How do you view aging? Could changing your mindset give you more strength? We've come a long way together in this journey, but before we wrap up, there's one more cornerstone. To cover: sleep. You might think that poor sleep is just a part of getting older, but it doesn't have to be. In fact, poor sleep can accelerate nearly every age-related decline. According to the National Sleep Foundation, seniors need 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night, but over 44% of older adults report difficulty sleeping. The consequences? Increased risk of memory problems, mood disorders, falls, and even heart disease. Good sleep hygiene, like limiting screen time before bed, keeping a consistent sleep schedule, avoiding caffeine late in the day, and making your bedroom dark and cool, can dramatically improve your energy and independence. How have your sleep habits changed over the years? Do you wake up feeling refreshed or more tired than before? Now let's not ignore nutrition, because what you eat quite literally builds your body from the inside out. After 65, your body becomes less efficient at absorbing nutrients, so the same diet you had at 40 might not be enough now. Research from Tufts University emphasizes the importance of protein, calcium, vitamin D, B12, and fiber for seniors. Well-balanced plate filled with colorful fruits, leafy greens, lean proteins like fish or beans, and whole grains can protect your muscles, bones, and even brain function. Hydrating foods like cucumbers and watermelon help with water intake too. Are there foods you now avoid or prioritize more as you've gotten older? What does your plate usually look like? Let's now talk about mobility aids and assistive technology. There's often a stigma around using canes, walkers, or hearing aids, as if needing help is somehow a sign of weakness. But here's the truth. Using these tools when necessary can extend your independence, not limit it. The Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who embraced assistive devices early were more likely to stay mobile, avoid injury, and remain socially engaged. If a cane helps you walk longer or hearing aids let you rejoin conversations, isn't that worth it? The right tool doesn't take away your freedom, it gives it back. Have you resisted using assistive devices? If so, what held you back? As we reach the final leg of this series, it's time to reinforce one of the most powerful tools you have: routine. When life gets unpredictable, routine is your anchor. It stabilizes your mood, supports memory, and helps your body stay on track. Something as simple as waking up at the same time, eating at regular hours, walking daily at a set time, and keeping a wind-down routine at night can reset your biological rhythm and give your brain a sense of calm and control. Routines also make healthy habits easier to maintain long-term. Do you follow a daily routine? What small change could make your day feel smoother? Finally, let's end where all lasting change begins, with action. You've now heard over a dozen proven, practical, medically supported ways to protect your independence and age with strength, dignity, and freedom. But information without implementation is just trivia. Don't let these insights fade into the background. Choose one tip, just one, and put it into practice today. Maybe it's adding 10 minutes of movement. Maybe it's drinking one extra glass of water, or calling a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Start small, but start now. You deserve to live fully, not just age quietly. Now I want to hear from you. What was your favorite tip from this series? Which change are you going to try first? Share it in the comments, not just for yourself, but for the thousands of others watching who may be inspired by your story. And if you found this video series helpful, please like it, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more ways to stay strong, healthy, and independent as you age. Thank you for spending your time here. Remember, you are never too old to grow stronger, wiser, and more independent. Aging well is not just possible, it's your birthright. Stay empowered, stay informed, and above all, stay you.